Hey yo fam, welcome back to another reasoning. I'm your host Jasper. If this is your first time on the channel, don't forget to hit that like button, the notification bell, and the subscribe button to stick with us for future reasonings and uploads as we're moving forward into the new year, fam. So I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen these before, and this is kind of like a follow-up video to the short we posted a little bit ago, but these are 1/100th ounce Scottsdale mint bars. Let's see if it'll focus there. There we go. There's the focus. So these are really nice, and they're good for fractional trading and everything like that. When the gold price is on the rise, you want to have something that can be actually small. These are kind of the equivalent of $20 bills right now. But the aspect that you'll have to consider when you're getting these guys is that they don't always test and they don't always show up. So unless somebody actually knows the Scottsdale mint, and if somebody's actually seen these before, and if they have some in their stack and they can test it against what they already have, then that's a really good way that they'll be able to authenticate it. But if somebody's never seen these before, if somebody's never had these in their stack before, it's really difficult to kind of get these guys to move. So I know liquidity is a really big reason why people like to stack precious metals, because you can just get in it and get out of it really quick. It's really liquid. But these guys, they're so small that it's actually a little bit of a challenge to offload them at times, especially if you're dealing with people who purchase bullion, like an actual shop or anything like that. They typically want to deal with something a little bit bigger, something that they can like test efficiently. It's really interesting though, because these used to be the go-to, you can say, for fractional gold, these little Scottsdale bars. But now that we're kind of like going into the 2024s and into the future a little bit further, we're starting to see a lot of states actually produce gold backs. And gold backs are actually the equivalent to these 1/100 ounce bars. Some of them are even like 1/10 ounce bar, 1/10 ounce gold backs. I've even seen some that are 1/1000th ounce gold backs. So while these used to be the chief go-to, it's really difficult to kind of get these verified now. And you're just going to have to be reliant on a couple of medieval tests, like water tests or anything like that, non-ferrous tests. You might be able to like do a little chemical reaction test, but at that time you might also damage the gold itself, so you might not always want to do a test like that. If anybody knows though, if anybody knows a solid way that you can always 100% test a Scottsdale bar that's verifiable, that can actually be replicated on a numerous basis, on a large amounts and stuff like that, definitely drop it down in the comment section and I'll note that for sure, and we can go test it out and we can see, and we can then like know going forward how you can actually test these. But when you're getting into 1/100th ounce and these extreme fractions like this, it's probably better to switch to something like a gold back. And if you guys are interested in that, I can definitely pop a video up on that and you guys can see what the gold backs look like in comparison to these Scottsdale bars. Because another aspect of these Scottsdale bars is the storage. It's really hard to store these guys. You can see that they're just in these little sleeves and they bounce around in these sleeves like crazy. And obviously if they were to get lost, they kind of really hard to locate and stuff. It's nothing like an actual bar. There's no real weight to it. So the gold backs though, I'll do another video of them, I'll pop it up here, but they're really decorative. They're really ornate and fine designs. And not only that, they have a lot of counterfeit measures that the states put into them specifically so that they could always authenticate what those gold backs are. Additionally, we used to stack this fractional gold for the fact of the matter that that was just stacking purpose only. But these now, going forward, the Scottsdale bars are simply bars from the 1 mint in Scottsdale, right? But when you're dealing with gold backs that are now state currency and is printed in bill form, these states are allowing you to actually use them for debts and for all debts, public and private, just as a normal dollar bill would be used. But unfortunately, these Scottsdale gold bars are still just bullion and they're not accepted on the government back basis. So that's another really interesting fact that you guys should consider when you're getting into fractional gold, is where you can redeem it, because these again are very, very hard to have redeemed since they're so small and they can't really be verified. And again, no state's going to take them. You might be able to sell them to like a private person or something like that. Businesses again don't really want to buy them because they're hard to authenticate, and you're just going to be left in a bartering environment with these. But again, even when you're in those bartering environments, to figure out how to authenticate, you're going to keep running into problems on. And a person who buys, let's say, 100 of these, right, in order to get 1 full ounce, and you're going to say, oh, I have 1 ounce of gold broken down into fractional, I'm set, right? You're going to have a really hard time to actually get rid of all 100 of these Scottsdale bars, because again, it's that aspect of testing. But when you actually have a different type of gold back or anything like that, different types of fractional, those can be guaranteed to be redeemed from different states and local government forms. So just something for you guys to think about when you guys are getting into the fractional over this next upcoming year. All right, you guys. Again, if this is your first time on the channel, don't forget that like button, the notification bell, and the subscribe button to stick with us for future reasonings and uploads, and keep it with us in the future, fam. All right, be safe. I love y'all.